He ain't even do nothing. For what? Yo, y'all wildin'. Nah. Yo, nah. Yo, chill. Yo. What's up with you, bro? What's up with y'all niggas, bro? No, bro. Come here. Yo, bro. Oh, nah, that's crazy. What's up with you, bro? Yo, chill. Yo, nah. That's crazy. What's up with y'all?
That they not only robbed the store that you see behind me, but they say that they returned to the scene of the crime to retrieve an item left behind. Can you believe it?
People work as hard for their money, and I don't think that it's okay for you just to demand free things.
At the Premier Nail Supply store in Marietta, things are back to normal Wednesday night. But at the lunch hour, September 19th, the owner says two female suspects came into the store appearing to want to buy supplies. When it came time to pay, they instead ran out, carrying about $600 in merchandise. Inside the store are numerous surveillance cameras. The owner shared the footage exclusively with Fox 11. You can see the cashier and the owner, dressed in blue, chasing after the alleged robbers. But it went from bad to worse. One of the suspects returned to the store when she realized she left behind her phone, which included a driver's license. She aggressively demanded the phone back. The owner and clerk said if you return the items, we'll give you your phone back. No questions asked. Then it got really ugly. Instead, the alleged female robber gets violent, throwing the owner to the ground and roughing up the cashier, who is pregnant. Granted, robbing a nail supply store isn't exactly an Einstein move, but forgetting your phone and coming back for it, even worse. The people we spoke to here today expressed concern for the owner.
And when people just come in and steal from them, I just don't think that it's right.
Again, look at the video of the woman assaulting the owner and lunging at the pregnant woman behind the counter. Police say the theft was less than the cost of the phone. These images show the injuries to the store owner, who would not talk to us on camera, but confirmed the chain of events. The suspects left in a black vehicle. Now, according to police, they say that they located them about a mile away with the stolen property right there in full view. They were taken into custody and arrested and booked on numerous charges. Laura Diaz reporting live from Marietta. Now back to the studio.
And breaking right now at 10 o'clock, looting at several popular stores in Center City and more looting here in Port Richmond. Skyfox over what looks like a discarded merchandise situation all outside of a video game store there and a supermarket. It comes the same day charges were dismissed against a former Philadelphia police officer for fatally shooting a driver during a traffic stop. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez.
I'm Sheba Russell. We want to get right out to one of the scenes tonight. Steve, what can you tell us?
Well, here is the usual scene in Center City. It's the shopping district. Broad Street all the way to Rittenhouse Square. Walnut Street is shut down by police, block by block. The side streets you can see have been reopened to traffic. The Apple Store, one of the stores, hard hit. Now look inside here. In Apple, I just learned this from two detectives who went in to say, what was your loss? You'll notice a bunch of iPads and phones on the table to the right where the bag is. You'll see a bunch piled up there, right? That's various Apple products. And then on this table to the left. And so people grabbed all these expensive Apple products, and then when you steal them out of an Apple store, they instantly go bad, meaning they don't work, and a camera comes on and a thing tells you, put this back to the Apple store. So they realized it wasn't working, it was disabled, and they were just dropping them on the street. So they started recovering a lot of the products that were stolen. So that's why you see them piled up on two tables here. They've got to do an inventory. They didn't get them all back, but you see the man with the big case there in the cart, and he is getting ready to take them all in and see if they're still sellable or still even to be able to be put on a display. That's what happened to this store. But you can see the windows weren't shuttered. The doors were open at the time because this all happened before the store was closed. So they've been letting Philadelphia police detectives in here as well. Now we're going to go in the street here, which is shut down, and go down. That's 17th Street. then 18th Street, and that's where the Lululemon store is. Look at this video police provided us. Police were even here getting video as that store was completely looted. Those doors, when I got there, were still open. There was clothing, piles of clothes on the street, piles of clothes in the store, piles of clothes missing, obviously, but a whole lot of product got taken out of there, and people were running from there. So they are now cleaning up that store already under police watch. And so Lululemon, if you recall, just got looted itself in a smash and grab just about a month ago. And so this is the second time Lululemon was hit. Now, obviously, a target of people when they go in and smash and grab, or in this case, start looting, and according to police, after this protest. So that gives you a sense from one end to the other end of the shopping district, from 16th all the way to 18th, we saw. Then I was told Foot Lockers were hit. And then also up at 7th and Lehigh, we were told the stores up there started getting hit in North Philadelphia. So Skyfox may want to check that out, because that was still ongoing when I got here. SEPTA police, detective sources tell me they had a lot of arrests over at 15th and Chestnut, and a gun was recovered at 15th, right outside of City Hall, that trouble spot all the time. A Philly police captain told me multiple arrests here after massive thefts here, so they couldn't even have the exact number of arrests. I filmed one of the arrests with my phone as I arrived here shortly after 9 o'clock, so they were still arresting people a couple of hours after this all began here earlier tonight, when it was still daylight out and these stores were still open. Now, police had, quote, tons of police on duty tonight, extra police just in case this happened, so they kind of quelled it. There's not the damage that we saw here during the looting in 2020. So not a lot of damage, not a lot of stuff smashed like we saw, not a lot of glass broken, nothing, hardly anything. But maybe on the side streets where this liquor store was hit hard, which I still haven't even found yet, maybe that looks a lot worse than, say, the Apple store here. But police did a good job stopping this just as it started, and you can see that they still have the streets closed for some time. People are allowed to walk here, but probably police are going to be here for a while.
Moments on the Venice Boardwalk, a suspect drunk driver rams into a pedestrian. LAPD officers and Good Samaritans were able to drag him out of his car. KCAL News reporter Leslie Marin is live in Venice. And Leslie, this isn't the first time a car has caused trouble on the boardwalk, right?
Yeah, Pat, you remember 10 years ago that deadly hit and run that happened here on the boardwalk. Since then, barriers were put up in hopes of that never happening again. But I can tell you right here on Rose Avenue behind me, there is a clear entrance for vehicles, and that's exactly where this car entered, according to witnesses.
Why are you on the boardwalk?
A driver taking a sip out of a beer bottle. You can hear as the man recording pleads with him.
You got to get off the boardwalk.
But he takes off down a crowded Venice boardwalk.
He's even drinking while he's driving.
The video picks up several blocks away. The car now at the Venice basketball courts, where police finally catch up with him.
Back up! Back up!
The suspect, you can see, doesn't want to get out of the car, as bystanders even jump in to pull him out.
Drove away multiple times.
It takes minutes, but eventually he is arrested. But you may have noticed this. His front windshield shattered.
You know, I went like this, like, hey, stop. And he just kept going.
Although it wasn't caught on camera, JR says he tried to get the driver to stop as he was selling jewelry in the boardwalk around 10 a.m. Monday morning. But instead, he says the driver stepped on the gas.
He revved it more, and that's when I lost my balance, and I turned, and my back hit the windshield really hard. And I was like, wow, in my mind I was like, wow, this is really happening. This guy really went for it.
Police say the suspect, 33-year-old Israel D'Avila, was charged with DUI and assault with a deadly weapon. But it was a terrifying moment for JR and his dog.
We're still Fox 5's Joy Dukes. They can't even begin to process just what happened.
I fell out because this is not what you want to see.
For Westside resident Kiwi Ashmead, the site of this crime scene on Evans Street Saturday was dramatic.
I'm supposed to go on a family vacation next week, and now we're not going with my nephew. Instead, we have to bury up my nephew.
She identified her nephew, 20-year-old Jacoby Maddox, as one of the 3 people Atlanta police detectives say were shot and killed when an argument escalated to gunfire just after 1 p.m. Maddox was a father to a 1-year-old boy.
He was a tall, gentle giant, very respectable. Unfortunately, you know, the streets got a hold of them.
As a longtime resident, this woman who identified herself as TT but did not want her face shown says she's seen just how dangerous the streets can be. She says she was there in the moments leading up to the shooting.
Two guys arguing over who got money and who pistol is the biggest. I say it's very concerning about what's going on now. It's getting very outrageous over here now with the senseless killing, senseless shooting.
Resident Monique Burston echoed those concerns, telling Fox 5 she lost her own daughter to gun violence in 2017.
I feel that it's sad that mothers like me have to bury our children. Our children are not burying us anymore. We're burying them.
West End residents say shootings are an everyday occurrence, and while it seems more and more youth are being named the victims, they're calling on parents and city officials to take more action to address it.
Baby, this the blood. I don't use my hands, I let the blood. Two of these and max and make you blood. I can make any nigga hit the trip.
Turkey's government said 2 terrorists carried out a bomb attack in front of the Interior Ministry buildings in Ankara on Sunday. It said that one died in the explosion and the other was neutralized by authorities there. A recording of CCTV footage showed a person getting out of a vehicle and running towards the government building, followed by clouds of smoke from an explosion. A senior Turkish official told Reuters the attackers had hijacked the vehicle and killed its driver in Kayseri, a city 161 miles southeast of Ankara, before carrying out the attack. 2 police officers were also wounded in the incident. Police announced they would also be carrying out controlled explosions for suspicious package incidents in other parts of Ankara. Authorities did not identify any specific militant group. The blast on Ataturk Boulevard was the first in Ankara since 2016, when a bomb-laden car exploded at a crowded central transport hub, killing 37 people. During a spate of violence in 2015 and 2016, Kurdish militants, Islamic State and other groups either claimed or were blamed for several attacks in major Turkish cities. The incident also comes on the day that Turkey's parliament was set to open a new session.
This was an atypical kind of bail review, Kai. It's the kind of hearing that happens routinely here every single day. We're at Baltimore City District Court, the one along Wabash Avenue, and the end result of today's hearing, 32-year-old Jason Billingsley will remain behind bars until his trial. It came after the state revealed new information about the alleged crimes and after the defense did not ask to be heard at all on the bail issue. You called it a heinous crime. You said he was a danger to the public and a flight risk. That's what I said. It was largely no comment from the assistant state's attorney tasked with handling the bail review in this high-profile case, a hearing which actually included 4 separate criminal cases spanning 2 different jurisdictions. 32-year-old Jason Billingsley faced a judge today charged with the murder 1 week ago of tech CEO Pavel Lapierre in Mount Vernon, the arson, rape, and attempted murder from an attack on a couple in Upton a few days before, plus a Baltimore County gun theft charge, and a 4th criminal matter for failure to register as a sex offender. The state called the attack on the couple extremely disturbing and called the murder a heinous case, and said after he was arrested, Billingsley allegedly waived his Miranda rights and confessed.
Video tonight from New Jersey. It's of a driver plowing into a police station. An SUV burst through a wall in Independence Township, about 40 miles west of Morristown. Police identified the driver there as John Hargreaves. They say he intentionally crashed as he blasted the song Welcome to the Jungle. They say he also drove into a garage door at a nearby home shortly before this crash. The motive is unclear. He faces terrorism charges that carry a possible life sentence.
Right.
New at 11 o'clock, a triple shooting outside NYCHA's Sumner houses in Brooklyn. There were so many shots fired, it looked like police ran out of colored cups and then used clear ones as well. The shooter struck a 28-year-old man in the head, killing him. Another 28-year-old was hit in the stomach, and a 32-year-old was shot in the back. Both of them are in stable condition. The gunman got away on foot. No information just yet on a motive for that shooting.
El Minuto.
Well, this is why New York City can't have nice things. Target says they'll be closing their East Harlem store because of shoplifters. This is one of a number of stores that the retail giant will be closing across the country due to theft and safety concerns. So, those guys pretty much have until October 21st to go to town. Also in East Harlem, a ghost gun factory was discovered at a local daycare. And as of now, the person facing charges for this is a teen that just graduated from high school a few months ago. He had no criminal history before this. And in Jersey, a team of volunteer firefighters saved a man